freaking excited for this. I am absolutely buzzing. Welcome, James. Welcome, Ian, our honorary guys. I'm so excited that you're here. You're going to find so much value, everyone, from this class. I've been working to pack some absolute juice. If you haven't already, this is a great time for you to go grab a notepad, grab a pen, because I'm going to be dropping absolute gold for you here today. So before we get started, I'm going to put some of you on mute. But before I do, I would love you to pop in the chat. Where are you calling in from today? What country are you in? Boop, boop, boop. I'm going to pop some of you on mute just for a moment. I know who that is. Lol. Oh, good. How is everyone? Pop in the chat. What country are you in? Where are you calling in from? Where are you zooming in from, rather? And also, I would love to know, have you already got a high ticket offer or a four-figure offer or a scalable offer in place right now? Are you serving groups? Do you have a course, a membership? Do you have a scalable offer in place right now? Or is this something that you're looking to bring in and you're really looking to get the best strategy? Let me know. I would love to know. Let's see what we got. Annalise says England. Desi says Bali. Brianna, Canada. James, UK. I am freaking loving this. What an awesome spread. I don't know. James is going to be repeating all of this back for, is it Michelle? Michelle? Awesome. Well, I'll be sending out the replay as well so that she'll be armed with all of your notes and the replay as well. So really, really excited for that. Ian says UK, got a low ticket offer ready, but want to build my high ticket offer. Awesome. Annalise says just one program, 3 figures for 3 months. Okay, well, you're going to be getting some juice, Annalise, and same for you, Ian. Bringing in some high ticket offers, all the why and all the how. And Brianna says, I've got a 6-week and a 12-week offer, but I want to create a VIP day offer. Ooh. James says, I've got a new 6-month open program as a relatively higher ticket offer. Awesome. And Daisy says, high ticket offer and a launch of a 6-week summer Kickstarter. Exciting! Whoop, 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 whoop. Awesome. Well, let us dive straight in. I'm just not even going to hesitate because I've got so much to get through. We're going to be whizzing. And for those that are new here, or if you've never been on a class with me before, I am I'm going to bring the energy. I'm going to bring a lot of strategy. So your pen is going to be scribbling like no man's notes. But I'm also open to questions. So if you've got something that is either coming up for you or that you would like a little more clarification on, we'll do a Q&A at the end, but I'm happy to answer questions as we go as well. So pop it in the chat. All righty. Let me get into sharing my screen and closing down the 10 million tabs that we have. Okay. Right. Share. Bada bing. Bada boom. You. Awesome. Are we looking at the right screen? Been doing this for years, but I still just like to check that we are looking at the right screen. Awesome. I have had someone who would I was doing a masterclass before and they were looking at my blank second screen for about 10 minutes before someone said, so, you learn from your mistakes. Alrighty. I'm going to keep the chat open. If you've got any questions, then by all means, drop them in. But let's freaking go. Okay, how to create, launch, and scale your irresistible offer. Let us dive in. How much is it currently costing you to sell offers for less than you deserve? And how much more do you want to be banking when you implement the strategies that you'll get ready today? You're more than welcome to answer those in the chat if you want to, or just have this as thinking time. I will leave that up to you. My intention for today is to give you the strategies to, number 1, craft your irresistible offer that sells. We don't want any more time filler offers, no more just taking up space that isn't intentional, no more offers that aren't like hell yes offers. P.S. I would love to see more of your faces. Annalise, I'm looking at you. But I would absolutely love to see more faces. If you are at the laptop, able to do so, I don't care if you're in your pajamas, hair in a mess, fresh out the shower, I don't care. Love you all the way that you are. Would love to see your faces and get more interaction. Hey, Desi. Awesome. And here's Ian. Yay. Awesome. Lovely. See, the vibe is better straight away. Number 2, launch and sell out your offer in the next 60 days. So specifically, once you've created this masterpiece, the steps that you're going to be doing to bring your audience on this journey with you, to get them excited and ready to buy when this thing is released. And then number three, scaling from there so that you can be continuing to welcome more clients into your programs and spaces. So what's your number 1 intention? What did you come to this masterclass for? Again, you're more than welcome to put it on the chat. And Elise is like, I cannot show myself right now. I'm half naked. I'm covered in vitriol gel. I don't know what that is, but I mean, you know, I'm open-minded. You can bring yourself like wet with gel if you want to. Anyway, so what is your number 1 intention that you want to get out of this masterclass? Is it for you that you want to build this really irresistible offer? Is it that you feel good about your offers right now, but you want to get clearer on your launch strategy? Is it that you've got things in place and you really want to scale your impact and income from there? Is it that you want the full shebang and you want it all? Maybe it's a 1, 2, 3, or all of the above. Let me know. But I'm going to carry on while you fill that out. I am going to send all of you after this, for staying to the end, my offer creation worksheet. In my world, we get very specific when it comes to offers, because again, I don't want you to just be creating time filler, like time waster offers. When you work with me, we get very succinct, as in exactly what purpose is this offer serving, exactly who is it for, exactly what are they going through, exactly what is their day-to-day lived experience, so that when it comes to you launching this offer, you've got that messaging that really lands, it really speaks to the people that it's designed for and shows them how you can help people. So I'll be sending this out to everybody at the end of the class. James says strategy and the steps to do this first launch properly. Awesome. Okie dokie. Let us get in. Now, let me guess. You're probably here because we've either met in person or we've met online and you've seen the success and community that I've created. Yes, I've sold millions in revenue. Yes, I've served hundreds of clients across my one-to-ones, courses, and group programs. And yes, I've also been exactly where you are right now and found the way to reach 6 and multiple 6 figures despite not knowing all of the answers or having it all figured out. Oh, we got some more people coming in. I'm like you. So if I can sell 4 figures at ease, so can you. There is nothing in this masterclass that you can't do. So I wanted to just give you that before we get into the actual nuts and bolts. So is this you right now? Either you don't yet have a 4-figure offer that sells effortlessly and really feels irresistible for you. Maybe you've been struggling to sell your group program, your course, or your mastermind. And potentially you're feeling frustrated that you know your talents and your knowledge is needed on a bigger scale and you're ready to serve more clients. Yes, at this point, I'm going to get you to pop in the chat what your area of expertise is, because I know some of you, and actually I don't know all of yours, so it might be that there's someone here that would be a really good fit for you. So pop what your little USP, your bit of magic, pop it in there. Because I'm looking around and I know all of your knowledge, skills, and expertise is needed on a bigger scale. So instead, you want to be able to craft an offer you know will sell at ease. Sell out your offer with confidence so that you can celebrate consistent 5-figure cash months. Hello, dollar bill, yeah. Feel good about launching, not feel like icky or sleazy or weird about selling, and actually give it that full body hell yes, because you're so behind your offer that even if you were charging 10 or 20K for it, you would still sell it with the same level of, I know this is a bargain for what you get. Yeah, that energy shift of when you really back yourself because you've created something incredible. Feel good about launching and selling at scale, because it's a very different method to when you're just closing one-to-one. Being able to welcome lots of incredible clients into your high ticket offers at once, and know the secret to 30K months plus and more. And we've got some people dropping in their specialties in the chat here: financial planning and pensions. Lucretia says, I'm gearing up for a launch. Brianna says systems curation. We've got Annalise, who's yo-yo diet recovery, improving your relationship with food. Annalise, you need to speak with Desi. Desi's fitness coaching for busy women. And Felice says, I help women grow their visibility and authority online. Awesome. Awesome. Okay, here's the thing you need to know about hitting high cash months. An irresistible offer paired with a proven launch strategy is the most effective way to 5-figure months? Do you have one? Do you have both? Do you have neither? Again, no wrong answer here. Maybe this is something you want to either pop in the chat or just pop on your notes, but we need a great offer. We need a great launch strategy. When we've got those things, you can have a great offer, but if you've got a shitty launch strategy, it's just going to fall flat. And the same if you've got a wishy-washy offer that's not clear exactly what purpose it serves, the best launch strategy in the world won't save you. So we need both elements. So there's 4 critical things you're going to need. And we're getting straight into it. Step 1, crafting your irresistible offer. Why are we creating a high ticket offer over low and mid ticket offers? Okay, when you can create something that's high ticket, you're going to be able to serve a lot more clients at one time than if you were just doing one-to-one. So we're giving that high ticket, that like high level experience, but gives back far more of your time. We're going to create one framework that can serve multiple people at once. You're going to be able to deliver a lot more personalized and a lot more impactful results. Now, this is going to free up a lot of time in your diary, but also from the client perspective, you're going to have a much higher likelihood of completion because of the bigger emotional investment. Yeah, when you're asking for a bigger, higher price point, that's not just a financial investment, it's the emotional investment that comes with it. So their attention into this course or program is going to be far higher than if you're just creating low ticket offers. So if you've got like a membership or a low course, for example, you're going to see a far higher likelihood of completion in a high ticket offer than you are in a low ticket offer. So you've got clients that are far more committed to their own results. It won't feel like you're needing to be there hand-holding every single step of the way, because these people are going to want to get to the finish line, want to get incredible results, want to be the all singing, all dancing, you know, your star player, because they've invested at that level. So all successful, keyword, all successful high-ticket programs and one-to-many courses, offers, spaces do this. Either solve a specific problem and or help reach a desired goal. So either one of those things or both. Cannot underestimate. Hi! I got kicked out of my own Zoom somehow. Okay, let me share that screen again. And just check. I think it said I'm recording. Yes, I am recording. Lol. It's going to be hilarious. Okay, we're looking at the right screen. Yep, awesome. Dive straight back in. So we've got either solving a problem or helping to reach a desired goal, specific, tangible goal. So either your high ticket program or offer is helping someone to gain something that they want. There's a measurable growth in something that they want, whether that's health, wealth, time, happiness, ease. What are the areas that your niche is in, those things that you popped in the chat earlier? How do you help someone to get measurable growth in that area? Or on the flip side, how do you help someone to lose something that they don't want? So whether that's stress, pain, weight, doubt, fear, whatever it is, how do you help someone to gain something they want or lose something that they don't want? We've got people coming in. We've got up to you saying you need one-to-one or both. Okay, all good. Awesome. I'm going to jump ahead. Okay, so number 1, on your high ticket offer, you have to clarify your messaging. Exactly what problem does this solve, or exactly what goal are you helping them to achieve? Tangible goal. It cannot be stuff like, I'll help you feel more confident. I'll help you feel more happy. I'll help you feel better. People don't buy emotions. They buy outcomes. They buy a specific transformation. Those things will happen anyway. You know, confidence, happiness, feeling better. Those things will happen as anyway as a result of what you're getting them, but they're not the reason that someone would buy. So what is your tangible thing, either growth upwards or what are you helping someone to avoid? Now we need to bring this into your messaging. So specifically, what problem does it solve? What type of person is this offer for? Where are they currently at in their journey? AKA on their route of either trying to get this growth thing or trying to avoid this thing. What have they already tried? Maybe they're new and they haven't tried anything yet. And actually your offer is them showing them a different way. And this is like brand new news to them. Maybe they've been already trying something for 3 years and they've tried every other option on the market and they're frustrated as hell. What is it for you? Where are they currently at in their journey? What does life look like them with that level of awareness or frustration or anticipation? What does that look like in their day? AKA when they wake up in their morning and before they've had their coffee and had their breakfast and like become, stepped into their best self, what is that thought that they're like, oh, that they haven't even told their friends or family, or that things feel heavy? Or maybe it's last thing at night before they're going to bed and they're up and they're stirring and they're just like, oh, I wish that was easier, or I wish this was happening for me, or I wish I had that. What is that? Where do they desire to be? What do they desire to either have, be, do? What do they desire their life to look like? I would get at least 3 bullet points for those current frustrations or lived experiences, and at least 3 bullet points for what they desire life to look like in six months from now. What do they desire to have, be, or experiencing 3 months from now that they currently aren't? Your clear offer tagline can literally help them to see all of this in 1 sentence. When I see people take 5 paragraphs to explain what their offer does, I'm like, kill me now. We can do this in 1 sharp sentence. So my offer length, offer type for ideal client who want to stop or who want to go from negative, negative, negative to positive, 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 so that they can outcome, outcome, outcome. Yeah. Now that will probably end up being quite a wordy sentence. So you can chop and change some bits and only have like 2 negatives, 2 positives, or less on the negatives and positives, and so that you've got more emphasis on the outcomes. But you're telling everyone exactly who this is for and exactly how it's going to help them. Key bit being this thing. That little joining sentence of so they can is the reason that they're going to buy. You might think that your program, your offer is all this good stuff. And actually, that is the end goal. Remember, they're not buying the flight, they're buying the destination. What will your offer help them to do, have, or be in 3 to 6 months or 12 months, however long your offer takes for them to get that transformation? What will they be able to do, have, enjoy, or be seeing happen? So answer that in your clear offer tagline. And then blast that everywhere. Anywhere you're talking about your offer, your tagline should be included, so that anywhere people are finding you online or in person, especially in person, because if someone walks up to you and goes, oh, what do you do? And you're like, oh, I'm creating this program. It actually helps this type of person to do this sort of thing. And you can answer it in 1 succinct sentence. Boom, done. Lovely. And either they might be a great fit or they might know someone that is. But if you're having to go, oh, well, it's this thing, and it actually is for this kind of person, and the way it works, and like, no, stop. They don't want to know the way it works. They want to know what it's going to change, what it's going to do for them, how it's going to change their life. So your framework for results. We've looked at messaging. What is your framework for results? This is the actual how they're going to get those results. What is your process? What are the steps that someone needs to take in order to get the result that you're delivering? We've looked at that result, whether it's either helping them to get something that they want or avoid something they don't. Now, what is your 3, 5, 7-step process that actually helps them to get there? This is your roadmap. The messaging is helping them see the end destination, but we do need the roadmap. So what is your process that if someone does those things in that order, that they will be able to either gain the thing that they want to get or lose the thing that they don't want to get? All making sense? Good stuff. I'm going to carry on whizzing forward. But if you need anything or if you want me to go back, let me know. So we've looked at crafting an offer, a high ticket offer, exactly how to do it, how to put it together, messaging, why that's important. Now, why do we want to create an offer that's irresistible? This is where an offer, like a person knows that it was made for them. This is where they land on it and instantly want to sign up. And P.S., I'm going to put in the caveat here. I'm a salesperson. I'm the easiest person to sell to. If someone puts an offer in front of me, even if I knew I was going to be sold to, even if I've walked into that room and been like, I'm flat out not buying anything today, when someone knows how to put together a good, irresistible offer, they eliminate all questions and objections and remove any hesitation from and any reason that you wouldn't not step forward. So want to share that. Like, I've gone in being a hard no and parted with 4 and 5 figures from a no in the same moment. So I don't want to hear any of like, my audience doesn't want to buy, or, I'm getting objections. Like, I've dropped 5 figures from being a hard no. So no such thing as long as you know how to remove these. And this comes down to knowing how to create an irresistible offer. So irresistible offers puts you into a league of one. There is no competition. There is no price comparison because there's nothing else like it out on there on the market. This is where it's a no-brainer and enjoyable buying decision for your audience, even if they thought they were going to say no. It's an easy and effortless sales process for you. And your clients are super excited to get stuck in and do the work because it's stuff that they want. It's been curated for them. That whole sales process has been enjoyable and now they're ready to go. So incredible. Now, what is it that makes an offer truly irresistible? This is where we've got clear and measurable outcomes. So through your process, whether that's your 8-week program, 6-week program, 12-week program, 6-month experience, what are the clear and measurable outcomes of it? Where will someone be at the end of that time? Clear authority from the host. Either they've achieved the results, so that makes them a no-brainer choice. It's easy to see that from your content, or they've got a level of expertise in that area. Additional bonuses that complement the main offer and helps your ideal client to achieve their desired result easier. So this is where you've painted the main picture of what the end destination is. And now, almost like Hansel and Gretel style, you're able to drop in lots of extra breadcrumbs that help make that journey easier or faster. People will buy and spend any amount to get things easier or faster or more convenient. So what additional bonuses can you add in to your offer that make it easier, faster, or more convenient? Limited time offer. So not only are we making like laying down the red carpet to help someone to get to their desired destination easier, faster, or more convenient, but also there's a reason to act now, not later. So you're giving a limited time offer, a reason to move now rather than wait, and increasing the urgency. You're bringing in, and we can do this playfully, but you're bringing in a little bit of risk of loss, as in either the offer won't be available later or it will, but they won't get the bonuses that are that in-room offer. So what would that be for you? What would be really enticing to your ideal client that you could drop in that would make it just such a little sweet spot for them? And there's plenty of ways for you to do this. I'm going to add here, this is Kirsty, one of my clients. So she made 5 figures in 6 days, signed her highest paying clients today and had her highest cash month ever, and booked her one-way flight to Bali, which was her first trip since starting a business. So yes, thought I would just show you that because that was from her selling. That actually was before she'd even properly started her launch, because that was 2 high-ticket clients into her one-to-one coaching. One of the biggest things that Kirsty got by working with me actually wasn't a launch strategy. It was learning messaging and really applying it well. And when she did that, she had 2 people come into her 6-month one-to-one coaching, made 11K, and was just absolutely floored. So recapping section 1, we have put together your 4-figure offer. You know the added ingredients to make it irresistible. We know what little things to add in that make it juicy. Things like limited time bonus, add a little bit of urgency in there, and specific bonuses that you can add in that increase the convenience, increase the likelihood of completion, increase the speed of completion. Yeah? How are we feeling? How are we doing? Let me know in the chat. Whoop, 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 whoop. I'm going to open you up so I can see more of your faces. Ba, ba, dum. How are we doing? Oh, you're all hiding. I want to see your faces. I can't see any thumbs. I thought it was me then, because I was like, oh my God, they've all switched their cameras off. And I was like, wait a minute. Have they? Or am I about to get kicked out? Yes, it was. So let's dive straight back in. This is a lesson in that, as much as I teach, a sales strategy, and you can have everything mapped out, everything built, everything pre-scheduled. Life will life, the internet will internet. There will always be unforeseen things that happen, but we move. All good. Right. Now we're looking at step 2. Did we all get the recap? And did you have any questions about creating your irresistible 4-figure offer before I dive straight on? Doop, doop, doop. Did we have any questions in the chat? I'm going to come see the chat. Doop, doop, doop. Are we all good? Are we all good? Thumbs up. Amazing. All righty. Pop you on mute. All right. Oh, am I screen sharing? I am. Awesome. Let's get straight into step 2. How to launch your offer. Whoop. Okay. Why use a 4 to 8 week launch strategy? This is you releasing your trailer ahead of the movie. You're already creating a blockbuster, this incredible thing that's going to change their freaking life, or change their health, or their finances, or their business, or their mindset. It serves you and serves your audience so much more when you could start to drop teasers ahead of this thing being released. Because you could drop it today, but if nobody knows that it's happening and they haven't had a chance to prepare for it and put funds aside for it, you're doing yourself and your audience a massive disservice. So by doing this, we bring our audience on a journey with us. This is taking your audience from cold or not yet interested through to level 10, count me the fuck in, take my money, yes. It builds hype, it builds excitement, it builds momentum in your business ahead of the release of your high ticket offer. Because remember I said at the beginning, selling at scale and enrolling multiple people at one time is very different to just signing one-to-one. So you can do that by dropping, let's say, your link to book a call, and someone does that individually. Whereas when you're wanting to sell at scale, we need a real lot of momentum and for a lot of people to be at the same level of interest at the same time. So we really want to build excitement, hype, and momentum in your business ahead of the big release. You're building trust with your new and existing audience, because as you're going through the process of getting more visible, showing up more online, getting more people talking, both your existing clients, there's going to be new people coming into your audience who don't yet know that much about you. They don't know what is your area of expertise. They're imagining what it might be like to work with you. They're saying, oh, is this for me? So building trust with your new and existing audience, because there can be people who worked with you 5 years ago, but it wasn't a right fit for your high ticket back then. There can be people that just found you yesterday that are like, oh, this is exactly what I need. So we want to be building trust, building that momentum, building excitement ahead of this thing being released. This is building the demand before the supply. This is dropping your teasers so that your audience can get excited. Think about, like I saw on TikTok the other day, Beyonce dropping the teaser for her tour that's coming up. And artists do this, you know, they do this across every different industry. It's dropping these teasers so that people can get, you know, the ripple of hype can go. When you've got your global audience, you know, future Beyonce's, future rock stars out there, it creates such that level of excitement across the fan base that everybody else is messaging each other, going, have you seen this? Have you seen the marketing? Or have you seen the release date? And they hype each other up. This is the impact that you want to bring into your community, in that your community are excited for it. But until you've gotten this massive fan base, it's going to be you doing a fucking lot of hype and excitement, okay? Which is amazing. We get the privilege to do that. But this is what I mean. Allow yourself the time to build this hype and excitement before the supply is released. Oop, jumping ahead. Okay, so phases of your sold out launch. So I call this my 6 phases. It might be that you've learned different methods, but in my world, we do the 6 phases. So here we've got pre-launch. This is what you're doing before you're outwardly talking to anyone on social media. So before you've started marketing, this is where you're getting your shit together. You're creating your offer. You're going out and doing your market research to prove that this thing is wanted and needed. You're clarifying your messaging so that you know that this thing is really tight, it's wanted, it's needed. We've started to build a list of interested people from this market research. So ideally, you're getting a list of 10, 20, 30 people who you know that this would be a really great fit for before we've even started marketing on social media. So this is you building your evidence, starting to build your offer. Notice I said started, because we don't need to have finished the offer before we start selling the offer. But for my last minute Larrys out there, you do need to have started something so you don't leave everything to the last minute. And I would also be doing your more techie stuff in that phase. You can do it later on, but again, what I would much rather you do is get the bulk of the doing stuff and building stuff out the way early, so that when it comes to you selling it on social media, you can be hella present, hella visible, and be really using that time to get visible as fuck, rather than, for example, leaving your masterclass to the last minute or leaving your launch event to the last minute and you're still trying to build your payment integrations and your checkout and your sign up page on the day that it's due. Who here is a last minute Larry and who is a planner ahead? What sort of personality types do we have in the room? I'm intrigued to know. So we've got pre-launch, where you can get a bulk of the build stuff done early. Then we've got Felice, like last minute Larry, way too much of a planner. Oh, we've got a good mix. I am a last minute Larry who has to force herself to be a planner or hire help. So once we've got a bulk of that out of the way, then we're getting into, now we're going to go start telling the people. Yeah. You've built this offer that you feel really good about. We've tested it. We've got evidence for it. So now we're going to go share this fucking excitement about what greatness is coming, because you know you've been sat on this golden egg. Now we need to go tell the world. So this is where we start doing teasers that something's coming. This is where you're being playful. I call this flirt season because I freaking love to drop little teasers, but I won't necessarily drop the name of it straight away, or I won't necessarily drop what type of offer it is straight away. I'll sometimes do glimpses of the branding on my Instagram stories to like drop teasers of what it's going to look like. I'll be like very playful so that I create curiosity. The reason being is not so that I can have the most fun, because selling is fun as fuck, but also so that I can create an environment where I've created curiosity and my audience are leaning into me. It doesn't feel like I'm going out there to be, leaning forward to other people. I'm creating an environment where people want to lean in because they're curious, they're intrigued. They're like, what is she doing? This is what's going on here? Yeah, so that we're creating that nice, energetic, like evenness. You want to create that an environment where they want to come to you. They're intrigued, they're curious. So we've got our hype and problem awareness. So a little bit of hyping it up, teasing that something's coming, whilst also starting to drop that content about problem awareness. Specifically, what are the problems and frustrations of the person that this offer is a great fit for? We don't need to be releasing what the offer is, but we do need people to start seeing themselves in your content. So that 3 to 5 weeks before the doors are opening, people are already looking at your content and being like, I know that this is for me. Then, once you've created that bit of intrigue, that curiosity, then we've got the early bird or wait list. So this gives your already interested people a chance to move early. Various ways that you can do this. This could be notes on your phone, like getting them to DM you a word, for example. This could be a specific sign-up process. This could be conversations behind the scenes. Various ways that you can do this, but create an environment or have this specific action where people either are DMing you a word, replying to you, getting in touch, because you want to create, again, an environment where your most loyal or most interested people can move first by offering incentive. They know that this thing is coming out later, but this is like giving the VIPs a chance to move early and get the best benefits for doing so. Because what we want, ideally, is for the VIPs to join early so that when we go into your launch event, your challenge, your boot camp, your webinar, whatever it is that is your launch vehicle, that you've already got people signed up because they're already a great fit and they didn't want to wait. They didn't want to get the same offer that everybody else had. So that gives you a chance for your VIPs to move first. Then you've got your launch vehicle. This is your celebratory event. You've been building anticipation for a few weeks now. Now we're going to have this celebratory event whereby people come and experience your work. You're in the room. Hello. But it gives people a chance to come and get a little bit of a feel more about you, be in your world, and see what you are all about. So the same for you. And it might be that a masterclass isn't the best option for you, in that, like, you might hate this sort of experience, but maybe you could do a voice note challenge, for example. Maybe you do a 3-day live inside Facebook. Maybe it's an automated webinar where that you've pre-filmed it because you don't want to go live. There's so many ways that you can do your launch vehicle in a way that works for you. I personally love getting on video because I love to chat, in case you hadn't noticed. So work in a way that works for you, that's going to bring out your best self, allow you to shine in the best way, and allow you to be able to show your expertise and give those people who it is a right fit for the opportunity to get to know you and to come forward with you if they want to. Then you've got your sales period. So you've had your kickoff event, if you like. Then you've got your doors closed period. So this is where you are really celebrating the shit out of this offer that you're bringing out. I want to see it everywhere on social media. It doesn't matter where someone comes to find you on the internet, they should be able to hear about this offer. So whatever platform you're on, this should be in your posts, this should be in your stories, this should be on your website, on your email, in your group spaces or in your private spaces, as in wherever you have your client conversations. They should be hearing about this offer freaking everywhere from the rooftops. And this is why, especially for these areas, I was saying to do so much of the bulky stuff and all the tech stuff early so that you can be as visible as possible during that time. And then as the doors are closing, you've got your last minute sales, urgency, and that real either objection handling content, answering final questions, and really speaking to people about where they could be in that sort of 3, 6, 12 months time once they've taken your offer and given that last chance to do so, as well as reminding them when is that final chance. Up to 50% of people can join on the last day because of last minute Larrys. I've also been that person. And so what we don't want is you to just ghost your launch when you get towards the end of it, because either people didn't move straight away or they didn't move as fast as you thought they were going to move. So it's really about locking people in before you get into your launch so that you're walking in, your nervous system is chill, you feel good, you've already got some clients on board, rather than walking in and being like, it's day one, who's going to buy? And then holding your ground throughout your launch period, however long it is, whether it's a week, 2 weeks, and keeping your energy high throughout all of that time and being really clear as to when the doors are closing, giving people that final deadline, countdowns everywhere, and that chance for them to move. Because again, people will land half an hour before doors are closing. You'll get messages maybe 30 minutes after doors are closing to be like, wait, can I still join? So definitely could happen. It has happened to me before. People messaging being like, oh my God, I've just missed it. I've only just seen the email. Can I still join? So Felisa says, what do you do if you don't sell enough spots? Ooh, juicy question. My answer to that would be, for you figuring out what constitutes, like, firstly, is it an active, like, live program, for example, or is it passive, as in they're buying a course and it's more self-sufficient? If it's a group space, then for you, I would ask the question, what constitutes a group for you? What are your, will be happy with versus fuck yes numbers? And really going for gold. If you know that, let's say your will be happy with number is 5 people, but your fuck yes goal is 15 people, for example, I would be trying to lock in at least 5 to 7 of those before we get into the launch period, so that you've already got a great number. So that for you might look like offering a really great incentive before you get into, like, for the waitlist or early bird people, offering a really great incentive for them to move early, or going to your best clients first for that. So that you can walk into your launch, you've got a good amount signed up, you feel really great, and everything else after that is bonus. What I would also do, one of my little strategies, is not announcing who has joined until I'm in the main sales period, because then you can have so much more momentum celebrating the shit out of the people that have moved, because there'll be so many people that buy from FOMO, and when they see other people buying, so celebrate the shit out of people who are buying. So yeah, little recap on that. What you're doing at each stage is, this is your planning preparation, getting clear on your offer and messaging and locking in your solid mindset. Here, flirting, teasers, games, problem awareness content, desire-based content, and building your launch assets. So by that, I mean like your sign-up page for your email list, your sign-up page for your launch event, your sales page. Oh, there we go. And like your techie stuff, just making sure your integrations work, so that when someone signs up, they can get the right payment plan, they get the right emails, all of that. You've got your early bird and wait list, so letting your hottest people move early. You've got your launch event, so your big visibility builder, your trust builder, and your first chance access for your best people. And then your doors open and doors close period. This is your main sales period, where you're all over socials, big sales energy season, along with a bit of FOMO, celebrating the action takers and the why now, why this. Whoop. So working backwards from that, if you wanted June to be your breakthrough month and lock in multi-5 figures before people go off on their holidays for July, you need to be starting now. That process that I've just looked at of all of those weeks and what you can be doing to build up that momentum over time, we need to be starting now. I just want to show you Lexi. She enrolled 22 people into her group program, Unfuck the Patriarchy. No such thing as, like, too much for social media. And she actually built up enough momentum from that first launch to be able to launch it again a second and third time whilst traveling to Florida and Paris and hosting live events as she went. So one good launch can make such a freaking difference and honestly sell out the rest of your year. So recapping on that. So in that second step, we've looked at what your launch process is. So we've got your 4-figure offer. We know how to make it irresistible. Now we know how to launch it on social media with a 4 to 8 week launch plan, how to warm up your audience, how to build demand on social media and get people really freaking excited. How are we doing? Have we still got a thumbs up? We loving life? Amazing. Okay. Now how to scale your offer from here. So you've welcomed lots of people into your offer. You've got your one-to-many offer, whether this is your group program, your course, your mastermind. You're serving multiple clients inside this one-to-many space. Now you want to build your solid systems. So this is the stuff that you can bring in to be able to hold more people at one time, because you can have a really good launch on social media without needing to be too techie. But when you're wanting to really increase your impact and hold scale and be able to continue that sort of momentum for every month after, so that, like, if you want to carry on launching, awesome, do that, because it brings so much more visibility into your world. But if you just want to set it and forget it, as in turn your program evergreen and have people auto enrolling every month, regardless of whether you're launching or not, then we need systems that are doing the hard work for us. You'll need to do the momentum first time round to really like drum up that momentum, but then you can have systems that do the work for you, that take someone from cold to warm to hot and actually do all of that for you. So as well as hosting your program or hosting your course or mastermind inside this all-in-one system so that you can be constantly enrolling clients into your programs, multiple clients at once, without you needing to be even available and turning the wheels, so that you can be signing clients when you're asleep, you can sign clients when you're on a flight. You don't need to be available in DMs, constantly replying to everything. Yeah. So this is your all-in-one system where you've got your subscription payment plans and automation sorted so that someone can find you, binge you, buy from you, and get started without needing to speak to you. Obviously, this changes if you're doing like a live program and everybody starts together at the same day. But what you can do with that model, if you are running it live, is be building a wait list for the next round or the next start date. So it really depends on whether you want to be evergreen, ever enrolling, or whether you want to everybody like start together and move through each module and step together. Different horses, different courses. No right or wrong way of doing it, just personal preference. And then your process is to be able to attract and convert clients consistently every month. So this is stuff like your lead capture systems. This is stuff like your nurture emails, your email warm-up sequence. This is things like your automated freebie. All of these things can be working for you and doing all the heavy lifting so that whether it's brunch with the girls, whether it's you taking an afternoon off, whether it's taking the wife out, you can be signing clients from wherever, whenever. Because I love selling, but I love things that sell for me even more. That's what we want to create. This is where, especially for those that have come from LinkedIn, I personally detest cold DMs. And what I want for you is to be able to create, like, get that messaging so clear that when you put that into your content, you don't need to be sending a fuckload of just cold, dead DMs to people who are like, what? Who is this? Because you're creating such clear content that there's constantly new people being like, this is of interest. And it's constantly creating new curiosity. And then you've got your systems to support you in those continued sales. That's what I want for you. So the best time to implement all of this is right now. The online coaching and expert industry is worth 35 billion, and that's growing by the day. So I want to recap everything that we've covered today. You've got your clear 4-figure offer. We're going to make it irresistible. We're going to create content that warms up the right people in your audience and create your launch strategy so that you've got your nice, easy plan of how you're creating and building momentum over the next 4 to 6 weeks so that your end of May, early June period can be your multi-5-figure launch, and you can be having multiple people inside your group program, inside your courses, masterminds. So implementation time. Dun, dun, dun. You can leave the session and implement all of this yourself, or I can tell you exactly how to break down this proven pathway to results in just 60 days. Do I have your permission to do that? Is it okay with you if I show you how we can do that? Amazing. Okay, so let's just picture it. It's 60 days from now, towards the end of June. You've launched your irresistible offer. Everything that we've looked at today. You've hit 20 to 30K months and beyond. This is going to be the year that you blow it all out the fucking water. You've activated your clients so that they're a full body yes. You've celebrated your record-breaking cash months, and you've got your launch blueprint that now that you've built it, you can rinse and repeat both those systems, that content, that process over and over again, unlimited times, effortlessly, and with so much more confidence. But ready in the chat if you're claiming this. Who would be ready for 20 to 30K months launching your irresistible offer? Let's get some readies in the chat. Come on. Come on. Seeing who's still paying attention. There we go. Feliz. Awesome. Lucretia's like, yeah, baby. James is ready. And I just want to I cannot underplay this enough. You're only one launch away from a significantly different outcome. When you take this 4-figure offer and really create that momentum on social media, think how easy it would be. A 10K launch is only 3 clients inside your 3K offer. There's so much potential. So when you're thinking about how are these people talking about, 30 to 60K launches, when you've got a high 4-figure offer, it's actually not that difficult. Annalise, I've got a call in 4 minutes there. Oh, new potential client. Awesome. I don't mind if you're leaving the space to go sell. So you really are only one launch away. My first ever group program launch, I created so much momentum around that first one that I booked out the waitlist for the second and third launch later on that year. And honestly, that first one gave me the trajectory to sell it out for the entire year. So I'm going to show you exactly how. But confession time, this is not for everybody. This is not for you if you're not ready to grow your business. It's not for you if you're not willing to be flexible with your approach. I'm a very hands-on, cut the shit, get to the point, direct, tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear kind of person. You've probably figured that out. And so I'm always going to support you both with strategy and also mindset. If I can see that you're showing up with some wishy-washy energy, even if we put together the best messaging and the best launch plan and the best offer, if I can see that you're being shaky in your conviction of how you're selling this thing, or there's any kind of mindset wobble showing up for you, I'm going to lovingly call you right out so that we can make sure that your launch is a massive success. I'm the get shit done coach. So this is for you if you're ready to create 5-figure months. If you're coachable, you want proven strategies, you're committed to your next level, and you're 100% ready to 10x your current results. So introducing your freedom formula. This is my signature 6-month experience for people who are building their recurring income, living their most iconic life by 10xing their impact, income, and freedom. So inside is my 5-step formula to help you create, launch, and scale your one-to-many offer so that you can serve unlimited clients and enjoy your freedom-based life whilst you get paid every day. I'm going to show you how it all works. This is for you if you want to fill your group program, your membership, or your mastermind without having to hustle all the time on social media. If you want the proven launch blueprint for being able to map out your 30K plus launch so that you can celebrate big cash months. If you want to deliver a high converting masterclass or challenge and call in dream clients who can't wait to work with you. And if you want to smash your 2025 sales goal, feeling more confident than ever because you've mastered sales and marketing. So after 6 months, after your time within your freedom formula, you'll have your signature course or program launched and being rolling clients every month. You'll have clients who are getting incredible results and they're bringing more clients your way. Word of mouth is the most underplayed sales strategy, if you like. Your clients, your current clients, are your best ticket to your next clients. So imagine we've got all this trajectory from launching, you bring in incredible people, and then they go tell their friends about you, who tell their friends about you, and you're creating this incredible community. You've got recurring revenue built months in advance, so you're always in a state of flow and abundance. This is so magnetic, so that you can launch again or you won't need to launch again because you're always in a state of flow or abundance. Hello, main character energy. And you've got even more time back because you're now working in a scalable model. So we're not needing to do 110 one-to-one calls or sales calls all the time because we've got systems that sell for us and we've got more clients inside one offer at a time, giving you so much more of your time back to be able to do the things that you really want to do. Whether that's start a podcast, travel, start a YouTube channel, live abroad, all good in. So picture it now. We've got your course or program. You've set it up to sell passively. How much would you like your course to be generating each month or your program to be generating each month? How much would you like to be walking into each new month with already built up? Welcome to put that in the chat if you want to. Imagine you're coming into the first of the month. How much would you like already guaranteed and locked in before you've made any new sales and that everything else is on bonus on top of that? What is that figure for you? Again, you can pop it in the chat if you want to, or write it down to be like, I want to be starting every new month with this already coming in. So let's have a little look about how your freedom formula could work for you. So step one is getting into your CEO identity. I love this strategy, but we're not going to do any strategy until, all good, please. We're not going to do any strategy until we've locked in your CEO identity, who you're being, and really getting clear on this vision, clear on your mindset, clear on your capabilities, and getting prepped for your launch in the best way. So this is where we're going to get into your launch dates, numbers, timeline, really lock in your launch plan so that you know exactly what you're doing and when before we even get started. We've got some money mindset work in here. We've got an income tracker so that you can work out what your sales and recurring revenue will be based on the pricing that you want to charge. So we do get into the numbers, as well as your 5-figure launch planner so that you can work out what your specific timeline is, what your launch goals are, what your steps are. Again, so that you can work out how many people do you want to get into your masterclass or your challenge? How many people do you want signing up to your email list based on where you're at right now? So this will be custom to everyone, but we get clear on this before we get into the more of the nuts and bolts. Then we get into creating your freedom formula offer, your signature offer, your signature piece. Maybe it's that you've already got something already that actually you want to fine tune that. Maybe that it's that you want to create something brand new. Totally up to you. But in this module, this is where we get clear on what your freedom formula is. So your irresistible, scalable offer, creating it, building the evidence like the market research that I was talking about, making sure that this offer is wanted and needed, choosing your best framework and delivery method in a way that works for you and your clients, creating your offer messaging, your offer name, your tagline, clarifying your pricing, and creating your offer branding. And again, you've got all of my bits and bobs in here to help you to do this. So branding trainings, my offer builder, my messaging worksheet, so that you've got all of this as much as done for you as possible. Then we've got your toolkit for freedom. So we're actually going to be setting up your systems in advance of doing the launch. Again, because I said we can go straight out to social media, but what I really want to do is build a really strong business house before we get into your launch so that you can hold more capacity and you can spend more time showing up and selling. So in this area, this is where we're building your launch assets. So this is things like your freebie, your sales page, setting up your automations, writing and scheduling your launch emails, creating your launch graphics, getting all the stuff that is a bit more time consuming so that when we get into launching, you've got all of your time ready to bring your best self forward and you're not getting bogged down with some of this more time consuming stuff. Then we can get into your actual launch. So this is where we're launching on social media, growing your audience, growing your email list, warming up your audience, building your hype, demand, authority, hosting your epic event. So whether that's your masterclass, your challenge, your boot camp, your 5-day challenge, your Facebook live group, locking in early sales from your waitlist or your early bird, and then getting into your big launch week and big sales period and onboarding dream clients into your course or program. And then lastly is scaling your success. So this is where we're turning everything evergreen, automating your process so that you continue to ensure high client results for everybody that's already in your world, as well as ensuring your incredible client experience and ensuring consistent sales continually from there forward. This is how it all works. So when you invest in becoming a member of the Freedom Formula community, you'll join the existing community. You'll be able to come along to our trainings. We have weekly group coaching calls, so you can come along to those and get my help, locking in your offer, your launch plan, and leading into the community. So we have a 24/7 Telegram where the chat is always running, whether it's like mindset questions, launch questions, sales questions, always happening inside the Telegram. And then we've also got a private channel next to, in the same platform as the program, so that if it's stuff that you want feedback on my sales page, your sales page, for example, or you've put together your offer plan, it all goes inside there. So I can be giving you feedback on messaging, launching, sales plan, and you've always got my eyes on your stuff for you. here's everything that's included. So you've got the program itself, you've got weekly group coaching course with me for 6 months. You've got a one-to-one launch review with me so that we can look at what are your dates, what are your timelines, exactly how is this happening. You've got the 24/7 community portal and mobile app. You've got accountability check-ins inside the community. And you've got a community of action-driven women and men, putting it out there, who are on the same journey as you, scaling their businesses to 10, 20, 30K months. Little bit of flavor of what's been happening inside existing runs of your Freedom Formula, where people have been holding their incredible masterclasses, holding incredible challenges, selling out their group programs, their courses, landing their highest ticket clients to date. So we've got investment choices. We've got either the pay in full option of 4,197, or there's the payment plan. That number is not quite right. It's 777 times 6 if you want to pay it off over the 6-month period. So we've got the 2 different options there. I'm also going to add that if you were to join your Freedom Formula within the next 48 hours, not only will there be a one-to-one with me before you even start the program, a little fast action bonus. We'll be doing a launch review of 90 minutes so that as soon as you join the program, you've got a 90-minute one-to-one with me where we're going to clarify exactly what your offer is and get clear on your launch milestones. So do we need to be increasing your email list before you bring this offer out? Do we need more help with content? And actually that's where we can have a bit more support so that you can really build that momentum on social media. Is it that you have lots of potential clients and actually the waitlist option would be a really great option for you? Is it that there's not a lot of potential clients in your audience right now and actually we need to allow a longer time frame to bring more of those people who would be a great fit in? So it's a really custom launch strategy to make sure that you are bringing your best people into your world. Plus, you also get some extra bonuses. So inside your Freedom Formula, you've got tips and tricks for locking in early sales. You've got how to sell your offer on Instagram stories, how to create your sales page in under 60 minutes or less, because if you're like me, I absolutely detest just spending so much time building a sales page. So I actually they created this because I set a timer for me to do it myself. Classic, if you don't like it, set a challenge. So I've done it for you. How to work out how many offers to sell in order to hit your launch goals. We were speaking earlier, are your goals more around how many people you want in your group or course? Maybe your goals are more around milestones, whether that's financial. Maybe that it's around that you don't want to work Tuesdays and Fridays. And actually you're going to build your offer around creating that time frame and that you can support 8 people inside one group really well and still have that time off for you. So we're working out what your launch goals are and how to hit those. You've also got done for you email templates for your pre-launch, for your masterclass, for your waitlist and launch week. You'll be stealing all of my templates again, because this stuff might not be the most exciting stuff to do. So I've done it for you. How to build momentum and excitement ahead of your launch. How to create high-end and eye-catching branding for your offer, because for all the visual people out there, your branding can do so much of the selling for you. And systems recommendations. So where might be, if you're not already set up in somewhere, where might be the best platform for you to host your course, program, mastermind, so that you can build everything into one place for you. Plus, even more done stuff for you is you are going to steal my masterclass slides. So if you want to be able to do this pitch in this way, so that you've got everything that's included, what the process is, everything laid out, all done for you. You'll get my email sequences, your social media plan included, and your high ticket program sales page copy, all done for you. And then lastly, you'll get full access to the program. You get community of action takers alongside you and weekly calls with me to support you as you scale. So yes, reminder of that, we've got 1497 or 77 a month so that you can be selling your high ticket program consistently and blow the next 6 months out of the park. Thank you everyone for giving me the time to take you through my incredible program, Your Freedom Formula, which I'm very, very proud of. We do have time for Q&A now, so I'm happy to answer any questions around whether it's about Your Freedom Formula specifically, whether it's about launching, whether you've got your own program that you're working on right now. Up to you. I'm happy to answer any questions. What's on your mind, James? You want to take your mute off? Oh, let me.
I suppose I'm thinking about where we are in the process. So we do have a wait list of 8 people for this program. So
Amazing.
that's where we're at. So yes, it's given me a lot to think about.
How warm would you say those people are? And how offer aware are they?
They are people who've been following Michelle for quite a while. So they've seen her content, perhaps done a quiz, read the book, listened to the audiobook. So I think there's good awareness of that. Perhaps for the offer, we've not really said much about that, just that something's upcoming. So
Okay. So definitely some more offer awareness for your wait list. Because
yes.
the more, like, if we want those people to move before the main people get the doors open chance, or we need to tell them everything and give them the chance to digest before. So whether that's that can be individual conversations with people. Like what we don't want, because you're going to have a lot of, like, as that has been, there can be quite a lot of information that you want to, you know, share all of your work with people. And so I would either do that over a pre-scheduled nurture sequence if they're on your email list, or it could be individual conversations and you have voice notes to see what are they most interested in or what spoke to them, and sort of then go off that. Or it could even be one group call that you invite them all to and do like mini pitch on there and answer any questions there and then. So there's lots of different ways to do it, but I would make sure that those people are warm and more informed and have an opportunity to buy before you open it to everybody else, and make the extra bonuses clear.
Perfect.
So yeah, when are you hoping to have the main thing live or launched?
September.
Oh, you got loads of time.
Yes. It's that dilemma of summer where, you know, everyone goes off on holiday and then does nothing.
Well, that was going to be my question, is why not bring it before summer?
The
Because these
idea
people
was,
are on your wait list now, they're interested now.
yes,
September must be quite a long way away.
it is. So it's what to do with the date, or to have something that's of value that builds up to that.
I would bring it before September, because people who are interested in one thing in April could be an entirely different life stage by September. How long is the program?
6 months.
So if you were to put together your 4 to 6 week, 4 to 8 week launch plan, give yourself a week to digest things or figure things out, but then go hard from a launch week after next. That could be a end of June. I'd be launching through June. Give yourself all of May to be, and have you built any of this program yet?
Yes.
Oh, you got a head start then, because even if you hadn't built anything and you're starting from scratch, you could have first week of May is getting things together. Then you announce it on social media and start building hype and excitement. Do 4 to 5 weeks of that, then have your launch event, then cart open, so that you're enrolling people by end of June, early July, long before schools break up. You can choose to start hosting the program from September, but do the sales period before schools break up.
Yeah, good plan. That makes sense. Yeah.
Because then you can A, have the entire summer off and still have 5-figure months. Dreamy. And also you've got your September program all sold out. So when, like, you could take off, and some of my clients are taking off all of August. So we're doing their launch plans now so that they've got the income that takes them over that time, and that they can come back in September with full group programs And because that's going to give you so much bingeability on social media when you're like, oh, I had all of these people on the group program. Here's how to join the waitlist for the next one. You could have sold all the spots for the next one as soon as you come back in September.
Yeah. Yeah, we'd like to do 2 cohorts a year. So that'd
Boom,
be ideal. Mm.
boom, boom, boom. Some food for thought. I would be bringing it.
Yes.
Yeah, I wouldn't leave. Because for people that say they've got a wait list and then they sit on it for too long, they're just going to go cold. You'll need a new wait list.
Okay. Get on to that.
Plenty of food for thoughts.
It is.
Awesome. Well, unless we've got any other questions, thank you so much for joining live. Desi says, thank you. You completely changed my energy around my launch from fear to excitement. Yay, I love that. Awesome. Well, thank you all for coming along. James, awesome to see you and meet you properly.
Yeah.
Can't wait to hear feedback from Michelle. Desi, Lucretia, thank you for staying right till the end. And I will be sending out the replay and answering questions for people on social media. So thank you all so, so much. It has been an honor, and I shall speak to you all soon.
Thank you, Sarah.
Toodaloo.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.